So basically, you know, the album is called Baby Russia, and BR for short, you know, for the city, Baton Rouge. And like, I ain't make the term up or nothing like that. It just was some shit that was floating in the streets, Baby Russia, and it just represent, you know, what's going on in the city. Every video you see, rap niggas out of Baton Rouge, every nigga you see out of Baton Rouge on the internet, young niggas, shirtless, choppers, you know, and it's like, you know, that's the first thing I see. That's the vision. That's when I think about a Baton Rouge rapper, that's mainly what I see. Young nigga jumping outside a trap with a fucking AK. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it's about. You know, Baby Russia, young niggas with choppers. That's basically it in a nutshell.
The artwork. Give me the whole concept of why you chose the artwork to look the way it does for this project.
All right, like, you know, so I'm on the front of that bitch, you know, I got the, of course I got the chopper, you know what I'm saying? I'm standing in front of Triple S Mall where they killed Alton Sterling at. I'm standing, I got flood water up to my chest. You got protesters out there. You know, it's just like, I wanted to like wrap up everything that was going on in the city of Baton Rouge on the cover, so somebody can get that and be like, man, it looked like some graphics or some crazy shit out of a fucking movie with a world ending or something. But it's like, you know, that's reality in the city that I come from in Baton Rouge, North Baton Rouge specifically. You know, that's reality. You know, the flood water, the protesters, the police brutality, the crime, the murder rate, the AIDS, the education, you know, everything that's fucked up and bad, we are in the top 5 for it. So I just wanted to just bring that to life in the cover and just, you know, the cover like a movie in itself, you know what I'm saying? So.
The release date, was there any significance on why this date was chosen for your release date?
Shit, initially I was, you know, supposed to drop it on the September 22nd, which was my birthday and shit, and but we chose to push it back to the 30th for several reasons, but shit, we ain't really had no significance as far as like what day we dropped it. It just was like shit, it was just like a combination of what day it was done, and we got an album release party. We had an album release party with Bernice Burgos on the 30th, you know what I'm saying? So just felt like it made sense since the city was gonna be lit that day. We just, you know, dropped it when we knew it was gonna be lit.
The amount of songs on the project, why that amount for this one?
I wanted to like, I didn't want to flood with 1 billion songs, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't wanted to not deliver either. So I got, I want to say 15 songs on there, and I got a bonus record, so it's about 16 records. And I got a skit on there, so 17 songs, you know. I ain't want it to be too long, because I know the gang got an attention span like this nowadays, but I ain't want to, you know, just give a nigga a couple songs either. So I know they've been waiting on me for like a full year, you know. The fans, they in my DM every day, literally, every day, you know, everywhere I go in the city, you know, they own it, man. When that Baby Russia gonna drop, when it's gonna drop, so everybody who been waiting on it, I wanted to deliver, and at the same time, I didn't want to flood them, because I'm about to put out like probably 2 more projects right after it, so.
The track list. Who put this track list together, and what was the process behind it?
Shit, basically after we got the songs, I think we had like 30 records, some close to 30 records that we just shaved down to the track list, and me and my team, Left Lane, we sat down, we went through them, we picked the best ones, and shit, even some of the records, my favorite records ain't make it, you know, so I got a lot of good music that's gonna be coming in the future, you know what I'm saying? So we put the track list, you know, together based off just the vibe of it. You know, that bitch a CD you could put in your shit and you could ride. I just came all the way from Baton Rouge to Atlanta. We played the bitch like 6, 7 times back to back. You know, it just got a flow to it, it got a vibe. So that's what I wanted to do. Like, I feel like a lot of times, like with my other projects, you know, I talk about the penitentiary a lot. I talk about struggle, poverty a lot. You know, just shit I grew up around a lot. Like this time, it's vibe based. You know, I got good music on there. I learned how to make a record. You know, I got it's just vibe based. So that's basically how we picked the track list, like kind of like substance and what we feel like, you know, was hit records. We just kind of meshed it together to give it some balance. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be everything you're looking for though. I got a record on there called Cold Nights. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite records on that bitch. You know, I got Tony Trouble from Honorable Court produced it. You know, it was just like the first record that, one of the first records that I made, it kind of set the tone for the whole project, you know what I'm saying? So people used to me doing a certain type of shit, you know, like I say, like hard shit, struggle shit. I feel like Cold Nights, it was one of the first songs that I did where it's like, it just got an industry sound to it, you know what I'm saying? So like, I passed every record through a test, you know what I'm saying? Like, every time I made a record, I thought about it like a little test in my mind. Like, basically, I imagine if I play this record in a car full of college bitches, I need them to go crazy. And if I play it in a car full of street niggas, I need them to go crazy too. So it's just like, it's kind of like the test I put through most of the records on there. So Cold Nights was one of my favorite records on there as far as me trying a new sound and me being able to deliver on a national scale and be able to compete with the artists that's, you know, out there selling platinum and shit like that. Show people I can compete on whatever level, you know what I'm saying? I got, with other records like That, you know, featuring Boosie, shout out to Boosie, you know what I'm saying? Shit, like when we was making the Boosie record, like, it was a crazy day. I had a lot of shit going on, you know. I had Boosie at the studio waiting for like an hour straight. I know he was in that bitch talking buku shit about me, you know what I'm saying? So like, my people, they calling me, they out of town. I'm the only one in Baton Rouge at the time. They like, man, you need to get over there, Boosie trying to, you know, he waiting on you, been waiting for like an hour. So I come in there, you know what I'm saying? He already got a session going on, he recording some shit, he knocking some shit out. So I wasn't sure about which record I wanted to put him on, so I'm running through a few of them, you know what I'm saying? On the way up there, I'm listening to them bitches, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna put them on it Like That. So we get to the studio, you know, I play the Like That record for him. His face balled up immediately, you know what I'm saying? He like, man, this bitch gangster. He turned around and looked at me like, man, where the fuck y'all found this nigga at, man? This nigga serious. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, normally, you know, I just go in there and I just freestyle them shits, or I just go in there and kind of, you know, filling bitches out. He was like, man, I really had to sit down and write this bitch, you know. So, man, I feel like I got that old Boosie back on that bitch, you know. I got that Boosie, I got that real gangster Boosie on there talking that shit, you know what I'm saying? So, Like That, that's one of the harder records on that bitch, you know. I got that Bankrolls record, you know what I'm saying, with me and Ray Vicks. You know, that's another one of my favorite songs on that bitch, you know. Just because it just got that sound, you know, it's for the streets. You know, I'm talking about I got all the street, you know, content and shit in that bitch. But like I say, the whole overall sound of the record is just new. It's a vibe, you know what I'm saying? It got a different sound from the type of shit I normally produce and put out. So it's just like, man, I feel good about them records, you know. Another record I got produced by Honorable Court, again, called Mama Crazy. And basically it's just about, you know, how as a child and, you know, all this shit I put my mama through, you know, coming up. Like, you know, I've been to 7 penitentiaries before I turned fucking 21, you know what I'm saying? You know, I've been suspended and expelled from every school I ever fucking been to. Ain't nothing to brag about, and then I'm just saying, you know, the shit I put my mama through as a coming up, you know what I'm saying? So I got a record about that, you know what I'm saying, called Mama Crazy, and I went and got Zero from Houston to get on it, you know what I'm saying? Just because I feel like, you know, coming up listening to a lot of his music and shit, he got the same storyline as far as like, you know, how he put his family through a lot, going through Joseph's, you know what I'm saying? There's people coming up there to see him, visitation and all that type of shit. So me and Zero, you know, shout out to Zero, you know, he a legend. So me and him teamed up for a record on that bitch too. David Copperfield, you know, that's a record, you know, produced by Ja'Cory Cameron. You know what I'm saying? I got my little brother D. Lundo Cash. You hear me? I call him D. London, but I got Lundo Cash on there. And basically, it's like, you know, it's another one of the records that got that industry sound to that bitch, but I'm still talking about what I know. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, basically, you know, big face, $100 bills, show a nigga how a chopper feel. We talking about David Copperfield, like making the pack disappear. You know what I'm saying? So, if you, I know a lot of young niggas, young cheering and shit, they ain't even gonna know who the fuck that is. So we looking for that, we looking to have David Copperfield trending all over Google when this bitch drop, you know what I'm saying? They trying to figure out who the fuck that is, you know. But David Copperfield, man, he used to make 18-wheelers disappear, you know what I'm saying? So like, that's basically what we talking about, how when the pack come, we make that bitch disappear, like magic, you know what I'm saying? David Copperfield, so that bitch powerful. I think they gonna love that one, you know. And Hush That. I decided to put Hush That on Baby Rush. I dropped it like right before the tape came out, probably like a month. That bitch had been picking up in the club, you know what I'm saying? I've been getting a lot of good feedback on the SoundCloud, you know what I'm saying, and all that shit. And it's basically why I took a Lil Handy record, R.I.P. Lil Handy. You know, he the first nigga, Lil Handy was the first nigga to put on, you know, for my section, you know, to put on in the rap game, you know what I'm saying? So like, I felt like it was only right for me to, you know, I don't normally do like the Baton Rouge club records and shit though. So I feel like when I did reach into that pot, I, you know what I'm saying, stay true to my roots and still, you know, keep it like how I like to keep it, you know what I'm saying? So I redone the Lil Handy record. I got Mouse on that bitch, which Mouse was on the original record, the Lil Handy record that I remade, so I got Mouse on there. It's produced by Q Red and Be Real, you know, that's, you can't get more Baton Rouge club than that, period, you know. I got all the legends in the production game. It's basically Mouse, Be Real, and Q Red, and Lil One The Champ remaking a Handy record. So I feel like they gonna love it. They already loving that bitch. You know, that bitch going bonkers all over the city. Every time it come on. Last time we came on, what happened? Nigga got injured. They beat a nigga up or something. Yeah, niggas getting injured off that already, left and right. So yeah.